It is 7:54. Well, the end of the 30-day special session of the Texas legislature finally in sight, with talk that there may be another special session. So much for vacation plans for lawmakers, staff, and Texas Tribune reporter Alana Rocha, who joins us live from Austin. Not a single bill after this 20-item agenda laid out very carefully by Governor Greg Abbott. Not a single item has made it to his desk. What is going on down there besides nothing?
Well, there is something going on. I mean, lawmakers are working and looking at chambers. The House has passed bills addressing about half of the items on Governor Abbott's 20-item agenda. The Senate has passed bills addressing all but 2 of those. But, you know, it gets down to the details, and that's where the chamber big issues, like you mentioned, property taxes, school finance, and the like.
And the problem here, of course, as you well know, but help us explain it to our viewers, is when the House passes one version of a bill, if the wording is not exactly word for word the same as what the Senate passed, they have to get their heads together and create a compromise, or hopefully reach a compromise. That hasn't happened.
No, the Senate has to, you know, if one chamber passes a different version of the bill that they got from that chamber, then the original chamber either has to accept those changes as is, or they appoint 5 members from each chamber to meet in what they call a conference committee to hash out those differences. At the end of the regular session, when it came to issues like school finance and property taxes, there wasn't a conference committee appointed. The Senate, for instance, on school finance, saying no school choice or voucher proposal in there. We don't even want to come to the table.
Right. On the bathroom bill, it's over on the House side, and the chairman of that committee was sent to a committee, and the chairman of the committee says, I don't think we're going to even consider this. So that may be dead as well. But something, that's kind of a social agenda item. School finance, property tax reform, something that affects almost every Texan directly or indirectly.
Right, and the House is taking up a different version of the Senate's property tax bill. They modified it quite a bit in committee, and they're taking that up on Saturday. You know, and we'll see. I think that there is still time to, you know, pass out a bill of the House, and then the Senate be able to work out some of those differences if again, they're willing. And that has been issue number 1 for the governor. So it seems that he will get some sort of bill on his desk regarding that issue. But, you know, as the House has said, you know, they don't want to misconstrue this. This is not property tax relief because it's not a state property tax. So we as state lawmakers can't really give you relief for a tax that we don't oversee.
Right, and very quickly, the Sanctuary Cities lawsuit, kind of a preemptive strike by the Attorney General, dismissed by a court, so we'll see where that goes. It looks like the other lawsuits against Sanctuary Cities will proceed. We've got a link to Texas Tribune and Alana's reporting on fox4news.com. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.